and welcome back to another episode here at Tourist to Local. Welcome if this is your first time here. On this channel, we do all sorts of travel guides, but today we're talking a little bit about the Carnival Splendor. Now you're in for a treat because me and Martín, my cameraman slash fiance now, oh my gosh, as of last night, we actually used to work on the Carnival Splendor about 2.5 years ago. Very exciting stuff to be back here for our first time as guests. On this tour, you're going to get a unique perspective not only of what this ship is all about, but also giving you an insight of what it was like to be a crew member here. Now we're starting off somewhere that is very near and dear to my heart. We're here on deck 3 in the lobby. This was my office. This is where I did all the trivias. A lot of really fun memories here. I also invented a game called elevator races that actually ended up getting banned on the ship because it was a little bit dangerous. We would have guests go in 2 of the elevators, then crew go in 2, and we'd race to the top and back. It was crazy. I remember this entire lobby just cheering. That's the fun part about Carnival is the activities are super fun, the crew is crazy, and we love it. Back over here, I really like that there's this bar. It just allows you to be able to sit here, enjoy a cocktail, while also peering in on all the activities that happen here. Lots of music happens here in the evenings, lots of trivias throughout the day, so this is the place to hang out. Also, we have guest services back here if you have any questions, and shore excursions if you're wanting to book yourself a tour. Next stop, the dining room. Another thing you'll find over here on this floor is the Black Pearl dining room. It's right behind the bar. This way. Ooh! It looks like it's open. Let's take a peek inside. One thing you'll notice about Carnival ships is the dining room tends to be a lot more casual, especially here in the port of Long Beach. And the tables are a little bit closer together, which I don't like. However, they do have a lot of window seats, which is a plus. Now, they have a couple different options on this ship for dining. They have, of course, the classic dining times, which I believe is 6:15 and 8:15. Don't quote me on that, because we're doing anytime dining, which means we get to come in whenever we'd like. We get our own seat, not having to share it with other people. And the waiters have been really accommodating of making sure that we get a seat close to the window. Outside of the lobby, there's also an open deck area where you can sit and relax. For me, when I was a crew member, my cabin was just down there behind those crew-only doors. So sometimes I'd walk out here on my way to some of my activities, and it's such a nice hidden place. A lot of people don't realize there's an open deck here on deck 3. So great to watch the tide roll in. Also on deck 3 is the Spectacular Lounge. This is the place where all the shows are, which, by the way, the Splendor has some fantastic shows. My favorites are 80s Pop to the Max and Epic Rock, but honestly all of them are incredible. Also, this is where bingo takes place, so if you're a bingo player, make sure you go here. I actually was a bingo host for a little bit, so I did spend quite a lot of time on that stage calling out bingo balls. And it's a great lounge, but one thing to know is that it does get a little bit chilly, so make sure you bring yourself a cardigan. The interesting thing is also behind the stage, that's where all the entertainment cabins are, so we spent a lot of time just walking right across the stage to get to our activities and back to our rooms. Now, we're already a few minutes into this video, but I know what you guys are thinking. That is one heck of a pink ship. That's right, this ship is very pink and very weirdly decorated. We're not quite sure what was happening in the mind of the interior designer at the time of designing this ship, but it is known as a pink ship. There's like random zebra stripes everywhere and all these really random decorations, but we don't hate it. It's fun. It's very different. Don't expect it to be your classic, very fancy, elegant ship. This is a wild one. So right now we're on deck number 2. This is where our cabin is. It's right below where all the action is. It's not too bad. Honestly, I was a little bit worried about being right under the stage, but no complaints yet. I don't remember picking this room, but somehow we got a corner room at the very, very end. It's 2201. The rooms don't normally look like this, just a heads up. We had a 2-person room, but the beds aren't together. It's very strange. But behind here is the crew-only doors, and Martín's cabin was actually right behind here. So I like to tell them we just made it past the wall into the guest area. Okay, let's check out this cabin, guys. I actually really like it, even though our beds aren't together. I think it's extremely spacious. Come check this out. So we got a really nice vanity over here, which I've already taken over. This is my bed. Oh my god, cute little towel animal. And then closets. Wasn't too impressed by the space here. We have shelves, but they're like really far apart. So if there's more shelves, we could have fit more things in here. This side is the hangers and stuff. Only came with 10. So bring your own hangers if that's a concern. Over here's Martin's room. It's like really like his own other room over here. There's also a mini fridge and a safe, which is nice. I really like the pillows. They're so soft.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, as a crew member, I've always dreamed of the day I'd be a guest and get a guest cabin, but I think this is the same exact bathroom that we had as crew members. Same color, same size, maybe a little bit bigger, but the sink was not this big, right?
And the mirror.
And the mirror, definitely not, but very blue. Oh, I didn't notice this. Only give you shampoo and body wash, no conditioner, no lotion. Keep that in mind. And that's our cabin. Next up, where should we take them? Deck 5? Deck 4? Let's take them to deck 4.
All right.
See what's going on there. Moving our way up to deck number 4. This deck, there's not too much going on. And honestly, this is a deck that you can't walk completely across because there is the dining room right in the middle. The Black Pearl is 2 floors, so keep that in mind. But the first thing you're gonna see when you're heading up from the lobby is the photo gallery. This is where all your beautiful cruise portraits will be for you to pick up. They also have things like GoPros for sale, so you'll spend some time here trying to find your photos. And also this is the floor that they have Circle C, which is the kids club, as well as the library, which is a place you can pick up some board games or a book to read. Not a lot of people know about the library, but they do have a pretty big one on board. Continuing on deck 4 is a place that is very special, and if you blink, you might miss it. This place is a little bit hidden on deck 4. It's in the back, and you can only access it if you go to the back of the ship on deck 5 and then down 1 level. And this is the Robusto bar. This is where they have the Latin band playing at night, and it is the place to be. Me and Martin would spend so much time here after he got off work, dancing together. We just had so much fun here. We did salsa, bachata, everything. And on both ships that we worked on, we got very close with the Latin band. On this ship, they would always like put our names into songs and like always make inside jokes, and there's just so many good memories here. We also had a couple crew parties here that were really fun, like our Halloween party. I really like this room, and not a lot of people know about it, so definitely a great place to check out if you like Latin dancing. In the back of the ship on deck 3 and 4, there's also the Gold Pearl, so make sure you check your sail and sign card to find out what dining room you are going to be seated in. The Gold Pearl is really nice because it has very large window space since it is the very, very back of the ship. Next stop is deck 5. Right now we're in the forward, and this is the Promenade deck, a deck that you can walk completely across, and there is a lot going on, guys, so have some patience with us. We're gonna be spending a lot of time here. First things first, we're here at the fun shops. This is on both the starboard and port side of the ship in the forward, and there's a lot going on here. And this place is so special to Martin, my fiance. Whoa. He used to be the watch specialist, and he would work in the watch shops. Actually, when I first met him though, he was in the promo tables, so they would have tables outside where they're selling like all the $10 stuff. So we started off there, worked his way up into the watch shop, and I always used to pass by here and try to see him like on my way to all my activities, because actually the theater is also up here. The theater is on 3 different levels. And also there's a perfume shop, a makeup area, and then just a regular souvenir shop with like shirts and everything. And we're just gonna walk around here, show you guys what else there is. Right next to the fun shops is the special occasion store. This is where you can get a lot of candy. Also, if you have something you're celebrating that's special, you can pick up flowers here, chocolate, coordinate any deliveries that need to be done. That all happens here. And now, we try not to cry while I share one of the most special things in the world to me, you guys. This spot right here is the exact spot that me and Martin met, and he proposed to me last night. and it's unreal, and I really hope you guys get a chance to watch the vlog where it all happens. It'll be in our episode 1 of our vlogs on the Splendor. It should already be up now, so make sure you jump over there after this video to watch, because not only are we sharing, you know, what to expect as far as activities go on the ship and how it all works, but you get to see a very, very special moment in our relationship. And then also, oh my gosh, let's talk about the sports bar. This bar, for some reason, just doesn't get a lot of attention, and the reason is it kind of blends into everything else. All the pink zebra stripes start to look the same after a while, right? So over here we have our sports bar. They have a bunch of screens, lots of TVs, and a bar. So it's not always open all the time, but for the majority of the time during the daytime, it is also accessible from the casino. Yeah, all right, let's head down the promenade. All right. So continuing down the promenade, we're here at the casino. Now this casino on the Splendor is actually really good, guys. It's a huge casino. We made it to Midship. Right behind us are some elevators to get here easily. Over here is the internet station with a printer if you're interested in using that. Behind me is the coffee shop. This is a place where you can buy a custom coffee. Keep in mind, I'm not a big fan of the coffee on this ship that's in the buffets. It's very watered down and very acidic. It's not for me. I'm also not a big coffee drinker to begin with. But if you are interested in specialty drinks, that would be here. They have all sorts of fun things. They got lattes, cappuccinos, whatever. You can even get a little bit of Bailey's in if you'd like. Also, they have some really good desserts. They cost a little bit extra though. The chocolate cake is to die for. Carrot cake, yum. But my favorite memory is the chocolate covered strawberries. Now, as a crew member, you could say I was a little bit malnourished. Fruits and vegetables, what were those? So I ended up having to buy strawberries here a lot to try to stay healthy. So that was my motivation. And actually I also just love chocolate covered strawberries. I get them all the time. Martín recognized that I do that a lot and went to the cafe and asked the lady to make a credit on my account for strawberries, and he purchased a bunch in advance, and I'd go and I'd just get however many I wanted from my account. So that was a great memory. Also really good milkshakes here. We're just gonna breeze right through a couple of things because they're not really too notable, but there is Club O2 here, which is our teen club. Always looks really fun, never been in there. Over here is the sushi bar. I've actually never used it, but you can get a sushi roll here. Right next to it is the arcade if you're interested in playing some fun arcade games. And last but not least, we have the club over here. This is the Red Carpet Nightclub. This is also where a lot of crew parties happen. So if you're on a cruise and you notice that the nightclub is closed one night and they have covers all over the windows, that's because there's a crew party going on. And actually the main entrance you can't enter from as a crew member. You have to go through the secret door in the back to get to the crew party. And me and Martín had so much fun here. We would be dancing like crazy. Like, what was one of the dance moves I did? Is that where I would be like this. I would be like doing the crab. And we just had so much fun. This is like the best parts of being a crew member, was going to the crew parties and just being able to relax. And they also have a lot of wedding receptions here. I remember when we were in the port of Miami, I'd have to spend a lot of time in this room DJing weddings, which, hello, I was not qualified to do that, but hey, they turned out well. I hope the couples are still together. And I used to just hang out in that DJ booth and mix tracks. DJ Jules, adding that to the resume. And yeah, it's a fun place. We're here at El Mojito. This is a mojito bar on the ship, and it is really, really good. And right behind the mojito bar is the piano bar. This is also a really, really fun spot to hang out. It's definitely a certain type of crowd that hangs out here, but they always seem to have a blast, and it seems that once you're a part of this crowd, you like keep coming back every night. Next, we're going to be heading into the cool lounge. We're at the very back of the ship now. Let's go in. To be honest, it's a very weird lounge because it's very dark in here, but it tends to be used for different things. I'm seeing that it's used for karaoke on this ship. So this is where karaoke happens. It's nice that they have their own room for it. We also had some crew training here. I remember I had my test here to make sure that I was prepared for safety, and I had to demonstrate how to use the fire extinguisher, and they actually had me use it. I was terrified, I screamed. But yeah, this is the cool lounge. All right, let's walk over here, guys. I'm just gonna show you real quick the Moroccan lounge. This is where the comedy is. Make sure you get to comedy early, guys, because there is like a line process and it's very intense. I had to man the line a lot as an entertainment person, and you gotta show up early if you want a good spot. So over here is the Moroccan Lounge. As we were filming, we got super hungry, and it's a good thing too, because the next stop on our list is Deck 9, that's Lido Deck, where all the buffet food is. What did you get today, Martin? Tandoori. So in the back of the ship, there's 2 hidden food options that not a lot of people know about. Tandoori, which is the Indian food, as well as a sandwich station, which I love. So we're enjoying that, and then in a moment, we're going to walk around the ship some more and show you more on the stuff. After eating our lunch, we headed over to the very, very back of the ship of Deck 9. This is Serenity. It's an adults-only area. It's a lot quieter than the Midship pool, and they have a nice pool, a couple of jacuzzis. On Deck 10 there isn't too much going on, but one thing to note is that there is the rotisserie up here. It's actually called Old Fashioned Barbecue, where they have some nice food up here like mac and cheese, they got pulled pork, they got ribs. So this is one of my favorite little hidden eating spots, and also this is the best spot to sit at in the buffet because nobody goes up here and there's so many seats open. Down on Deck 9 it does get pretty crowded and a little bit too competitive for seats, which is why I always head up here to eat. Right behind me is the steakhouse, one of my favorite spots on this ship because I remember coming here with my entertainment staff when the cruise director wanted to treat us to a really nice dinner all together. The steakhouse is delicious. It is one of those spots that you have to pay for the food. It's not included in your trip. However, there of course are free options at the dining room. That's totally fine. But if you're wanting to celebrate a special occasion, this is the place to do it. We're currently at Deck 9 and 10 Midship. This is where the majority of pool time fun happens. You'll find your main pool here. Also all the activities like the hairy chest competition take place at this pool. There's also a screen here that converts into a movie theater at nighttime with all the latest blockbuster hits. It's a great spot to watch a movie. Also here you'll find Pizza Pirate, which in my opinion is the best pizza in the entire world. It is so good. I get it every single day, multiple times a day, as well as a barbecue where you can find some hamburgers and a couple of bars as well. On Deck 10 is where you'll find some ping pong tables as well as 2 jacuzzis. We finally made it to Deck 11. In the very front of the ship is where you're going to find the spa and the fitness center. So let's take a look inside. The spa has all sorts of treatments and they're all really good. And also there's the fitness center over here with free weights, treadmills, bikes, everything. It's really great. And the spa is actually 2 levels, and they also have a thermal spa area where they have like individual day passes or a pass for the whole cruise, but we're not doing that. We finally made our way up to Deck 12 to Serenity. This is also a spot for guests 21 and over to hang out. Almost done, guys. We're on Deck 14. This is where the mini golf is. I have a memory of this place. I'm debating if I should share it or not. I'm gonna share it. One time a guy was playing mini golf here and the mini golf putt broke in half. He like tripped and it broke in half and it went right through his leg. And we had to stop the ship and they had to fly in a helicopter to take him out. It's a very bad memory, so please be careful. But this place is really fun. I hope I sold you guys on it. Also behind me is the water slide. And we haven't gone down it yet, but we really want to in the next few days. That's it. That's the end of our ship tour. We hope you guys loved it. Now remember that if you are going on the Splendor soon, we have 2 other videos showing you guys what to expect here day by day. And speaking of which, make sure that you're subscribed, because the best way to say thank you to us for showing you these ship tours completely free in our own vacation time is by subscribing. It really means a lot to us. We love to connect with you guys. Head over to our Instagrams. Links are all down below. Keep in mind that if you do speak Spanish, Martin makes all of our videos in Spanish as well on his channel. So that's a great place to practice your Espanol. That's all for now, guys. So long, travel well, and make the world your neighborhood. See you guys next time. Bye.